Hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ, and I've got 3 videos for you today, plus a bonus, so stay tuned. Starting off with some MOC reviews. The first MOC review, I said I would be doing it, and, well, it's a smaller Umarak. Yep. And he's got a sword this time instead of his bow, because I did not know how I was going to figure that out. So, things are a little simple here. You know, you just got the CCBS. It's just a fuck ton of CCBS limbs and bones and parts and whatnot. But, let's dive into this anyway. So the head is exactly the same, except for, well, not as many horns. The horns are not as, like they were on the original, so I had to cut them down a little bit and add these bits. So obviously you can still pop the mask off, but whatever. He retains the same chest armor and skeletal abdomen, but has a different torso structure. I could have made the shoulders wider, but I couldn't find that piece. The arms are exact. It's got the black fists and black 4 long armor shells, as well as a trans green, applejack green armor shells, as well as these red barbs, which I managed to find all 8 of them, and or no, 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And the villain core piece in gunmetal to represent, I guess, those trap halves, because those are being used at the moment. There is some detail beyond the chest armor, and that's some Umarak eyes in this color, in the color of red, and a green piece right there. And there's the suggestion of what you can see right there with more Umarak eyes. On the back, he's got the piece of Unity. Wanted to keep that for some reason, and so I just went with this whole configuration of what the fuck did I just do. So the arms are simple. The torso, there's nothing written to write home about except for, well, what I did. And while you can't put a creature on him, you don't really need it. For his legs, he's got the whole chicken leg thing going on here. It's to represent, you know, his the suggestion of, you know, the predatory instinct of some sort with the this whole thing going on. Also, this kind of thing has been used for like depictions of Satan, which is appropriate. But he's got 3 4-length armor shells in black, and also the trans green bone pieces there. He's got modified Paraka feet, which I modified years ago, to have 2 toes, so I decided to use those for this Umarak, and again the ankle barbs. And the articulation is nothing to write home about. It's pretty much the standard CCBS articulation. You can get him into all sorts of poses, even with his predatory legs. There's all kinds of fun to be had with this little Umarak. Now, he's not as little as the 2 Toa Masters that I did previously, but hey, this is still a cool MOC, I think. I think this could have been sold separately as like a some kind of bootleg set, but to be honest, I don't really think anyone would want to do that, because this is a MOC. Plus, you know, the Paraka feet missing the middle toe. How are you gonna translate that to an actual piece? Well, they're not. So, but I think this is a pretty decent MOC for the most part. It will be in the background. You will see it eventually. So this is Umarak, and I'm happy with how it turned out. He's got the sword, as I've said. I had a second sword that I could have used, but you know, give him 2 swords so he can dual wield swords. I didn't want to do that because that's bullshit. I mean, dual wielding swords is cool, but you know, it's not a thing that Umarak would do. And yeah, he can still put on the Mask of Control, which this is a modified version of the Mask of Control, but hey, you can still do that if you so choose. And this is relatively simple to build. You can probably guess what parts I used just by looking at it in this video. There's some close-ups here and there. You know, it's incredibly simplistic and straightforward, but hey, I guess I like simplistic builds sometimes. I know that comes across weird, but hey, I guess I like the CCBS system. It's a nice and fun system to work with. You can't change my mind. Overall, Umarak looks pretty cool. I like him. What do you think about this interpretation of Umarak? Let me know in the comment section below. And put him back down there. Got a couple more mock reviews, so stay tuned for more videos. I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace.